on our way home from a hangout.
We've done this many times, and this is the place that we love to come by and just hang out and chill. We used to always take the trolley over here at Santa Barbara. Or wait, is this Bethel Village?
This was Santa Barbara.
Santa Barbara.
You're right.
Bethel Village is the next one.
Yeah, Bethel Village is the next one over. That's the one that it was like a hill that went up with some brush and stuff, and Port Authority didn't want to put steps there. They didn't want to be in charge of it, salting it, and so on and so forth. That's what happened with that.
I have an idea.
Yeah.
You want to ride the trolley?
Ride the trolley right up to South Hills Village.
Parked over there.
Yeah.
You could ride it for a while. We don't have to. But, no, it's just we'd like to do a documentary.
It would so happen. This is how you do it nowadays with the Connect car.
I got my car, too. Well, we'd like to do a documentary about, you know, our love for the trolleys, and especially this route right here.
What we'll do is everybody on Facebook and Instagram, they always talk about Throwback Thursdays. They talk about it a lot. Well, Throwback Friday for John and I would always be, you know, we go to South Hills Village, we go to Eaton Park. When Barnes and Noble went in, we'd go there a little bit. Or is that Borders? I'm sorry.
Barnes and Noble.
I was right. Barnes and Noble.
You want to go over here, Bill? Remember this? Now it's not even a stop, is it, Bill?
No, this isn't even a stop, and it used to be. So it's a little dangerous what we're doing now.
Why is it?
Right. Well, you guys.
What you're doing? Get across here, come on. I saw some trolley lights, Bill.
I'm just standing right in the middle. The trolley's coming. We get a nice video of the streetcar. Oh, that's good. I got some great video footage of it.
Nick's had a problem with Kevin.
Wait, what?
Nick's had a problem with Kevin. He wants me to text him the score of the Penguins game every so often. Here comes another one,
Our friend
Bill.
Nick, okay, that was one going out to town. This is one going inbound to South Hills Village. Good video footage.
Good video footage.
We're just going to try to explain the best we can. Going back to it, we used to have all the time, it used to mark the beginning of the weekend.
Yeah.
We would, John would meet me at work down the Steel Building or Westinghouse or wherever it was I'd work. Man, he was a trooper. He'd come down every Friday. He'd meet me. Sometimes we'd do it every other Friday. If we couldn't do it every Friday, we just had a blast, man. We came to the same place every week for, my God, about, what, 3 or 4 years?
Yeah, I was a student at CCAC, and I was off on Fridays. So on my first day off, I wanted to do something fun, and we'd come out here. We went to Eaton Park today, just like we used to. And
you know, it's so funny. Like, I'll be honest. Like, I've took trips now to Florida, to Canada, to South Carolina, all these places I went to. And Pittsburgh always looks so small, but this always looks so big. Like, I guess what I'm trying to say is, like, I'll never lose my love for South Hills Village.
Me neither. I love coming down this way, too. I mean, I know that with the new tracks going all the way to Heinz Field, that's cool, but this is something special just because we used to always walk over there.
What can you say about this spot? Like,
that was our spot.
And also, I do want to say, like, this isn't just a rough draft. I mean, this isn't a documentary. The documentaries never have to be perfect. They're just kind of shooting on the times that you had out here.
Yeah.
Man, the times that
documentary, I think just getting like multiple people's opinions on stuff, I think that would be really cool. Put it together.
Get a freaking yellow jacket down there kind of flying around. It's chilly, but they're coming out. But no, right here would always be like, man, it's the end of a Friday night, but like it's the beginning of a good weekend, because I remember like I used to really like reflect on just the times that I had out here. And now that I know at an older age, like now that I got like my daughter on the way and stuff, and you know, I could share stories with her like this, and I know like John's daughter now, she's watching.
Let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
Should we bring Cammie out here, park here, and have her get on the trolley here? Is this still a stop, though?
You know what?
I don't know.
This is not still a stop, from what I understand. What Port Authority wanted to do, you know what? If we're going to do a documentary, well, we might as well set the record straight. What this is, this used to be a stop. What Port Authority wanted to do was, they wanted to eliminate the little stops. They actually did it on my bus route too, where I currently live in Whitehall. They eliminated a couple stops on Stilley Road. And they did that because they wanted the transit to go quicker. They felt that stopping at little iconic stops, as you will, they felt little iconic stops like this it was taking up a lot of time. I, for one, don't agree with it. I think now that you got the Connect cards, I think that everything would be a lot faster.
I'll tell you what, man. I kind of just want to stand here and kind of remember the way it used to be. Remember the railing that was here that we kind of used to sit on and stuff?
Right. I mean, I tell you, I'm a huge fan of fall and fire pits, and
that's what it feels like now.
It feels like fall now. I'll tell you what, I don't have a problem with it. This feels really good.
Could you imagine living at one of these houses and taking the trolley to work or something? It'd be freaking sick.
It would be. So, this is kind of what we used to do. This is
what you might want to do?
Yeah.
Give some silence to this. Kind of just listen to what it maybe sounded like a couple of years ago, even. Because it's still here today.
Yeah. Same trackage, same lines, same lights.
It's just not picking us up today.
No. There's people at the stop, but the train don't stop.
This is nice. Well, this can be Farewell Santa Barbara, the documentary.
Yeah, this is kind of Farewell Santa Barbara in the documentary. I know when I posted the Drake fan trip, I'll tell you, posting anything on YouTube gets you a lot more publicity, a lot more views.
Come on, man.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that South Hills Village looks so much better without that parking garage. I don't know if you read that comment. Somebody said it looks so much bigger.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had said that.
Yeah, you know what? I could imagine that. The garage does make it look a little bit smaller.
So check this out. Let's go back into the day of when.
I guess this is the documentary now, isn't it?
Oh, it's going to be a long documentary that we make.
Sweet.
This
was spur of the moment. This wasn't planned at all.
Sometimes we even used to get off at Santa Barbara, which is right there.
This is an old garbage can from back then.
Old garbage can from back then.
Yeah, man. I mean,
sometimes we'd walk here.
Remember those trolley rides? We'd talk about wrestling on the way. And
Kurt Angle's the next superstar.
Yeah.
It turns out more than, 12, 13 years later.
Still the case. Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer. Still putting on good matches.
Yep.
Winning matches. They're not jobbing them out or anything like that.
In this field, I mean, we've come here together many times, but I've even done it by myself a couple times, walked around the field a couple times just to get some exercise or to rest my awareness in nature, zen-like, sort of, you know? So.
I used to remember this field would just take you away from like all the stresses of everyday life.
Could you imagine playing with our daughters in this field, maybe?
Oh, I can imagine it. I could definitely imagine it. I'm definitely going to take care of a lot of these places.
I'm going to walk maybe around the outside so you don't get muddy.
Take around this way a little bit.
Or do you... Yeah, I mean, we could even go... You could stay up there if you want, but I'm just saying, the documentary can go over there and then over there to PWC's show.
You know what, let's do that. That would be great. We got a lot of film we're running.
Dude,
we're
I'm gonna need this documentary.
Oh yeah, you're gonna get it.
But let's make
definitely.
another one too. I mean, you know, this can be like a dry run, but let's make another one too.
720p high definition, YouTube.
Yeah.
You can watch it.
You'll put this on YouTube?
Yeah, you can watch it anytime you want.
Sweet.
So you'll have it in the full high def.
I sure can. Yeah, I've always been somebody that just likes the simple life. That's why it's easy to be friends with you, because you're the same way with me.
Oh, I feel the same way. See, me and John, we have a lot of stuff like the professional wrestling, the transit hobby, Pittsburgh history. You know, we got a lot of that in common. Most of our phone calls, we'll sit there and like talk about wrestling for about 2 hours. We'll talk about the old Pittsburgh hangouts we used to have. And coming up shortly, like right over that hill, is something that... Oh boy. Yeah, it's a little bit of mud here, a little bit.
As much as you can in the grass.
Coming up shortly is something that was really special to us. And it's kind of something that we're throwing around, we're teasing around again. Watch out for dog poop.
Yeah, basically.
Kind of something we're toying around again with. Bringing back the, the Pro Wrestling Chronicle. We had a lot of fun with that. Mm-hmm. We're going to bring that back in some way, shape, or manner. But this right here was probably, to me, one of the best shows we ever did.
Yeah.
It was me, Johnny Jiggs, and everybody's favorite sexy boy Nunya.
You guys were on the same phone, and then I was over here by myself.
Right, I remember that.
I was over that way, more towards the right. Then the photo ops.
Remember Nunya was out in the field. That was the famous.
Taking pictures of him.
How nice is it what these smartphones can do nowadays?
Mm-hmm.
When I'm doing the documentaries, I buy an extra jump battery pack for it. Hell, let's go this far to say what smartphones can do. How do you think Pittsburgh Dad's filmed?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And that looks awesome on HD.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, it's May 2nd, but it's only probably 48, 50 degrees outside right now.
Yeah, you got some huge ass puddles over here. Of course, that's all the region's been getting is rain lately. Some tornadoes in other areas.
Yeah, it's warming up next week. I think we got like a day coming up that's going to be 80.
Just not bad.
Yeah.
What, May 2nd already and still haven't had to pull out the air conditioner? Yeah, Pittsburgh Dad, they actually put the phone up on a tripod so you can record both parties involved, or that's something they do.
That is a great show.
Yeah, I love that show. The one where he was reminiscing about WrestleMania was pretty funny. John, let me have you take the show here. Another trolley coming. John, let me have you steal the show here. Let me have you take the show. Tell me about what we already know about what the trolleys meant to you. We already know about what the Pittsburgh Hangouts meant to you. Tell me about what the Pro Wrestling Chronicle meant to you.
Oh, that was fun. To be honest with you, I don't even remember when we started that, when it ended or whatever, but it was just a really fun time in our life where, you know, it was like, hey, let's get this together. Let's get a show going. Who's free? When are you free? How long can you do it? And I always enjoyed it. You know, I was kind of the host sometimes, but then you would be the host sometimes, and we had some funny moments. Just reminiscing about wrestling, man. It was like, and it wasn't at a time where wrestling was booming, because really it was like 6-7 years ago. It wasn't that big.
Yeah.
It's probably bigger now than it ever was.
You know what?
In the past.
You said when the Pro Wrestling Chronicle ended. We can't say when it ended because it never did.
Right. I don't even remember when it started. I mean, I know I was living at the house on Lodge Street in Overbrook.
Think about it. YouTube, you can upload more than 10 minutes now. I think there's definitely something better out there for our radio shows.
Maybe it's YouTube.
Maybe it's YouTube.
And it's not just a radio show, it's a quote-unquote podcast TV show.
All right, John, tell us about this area right here. This is where Nunya set up the laptop.
Yep. He was the first to do a podcast. And I thought, oh man, if he's doing a podcast about life and movies, we should do one about wrestling, you know?
Yeah.
Because I knew wrestling was something we could always talk about. And I think it was a good venture. We've had fun with it. It would be fun to do another one.
It definitely would be. And I have a picture.
It was me and you for the most part.
It was. Tone D was a pretty big part.
Mm-hmm.
Steve didn't do many shows, but like when he did a lot of them, he did them with you.
Didn't he win the contest to be a part of the show?
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah, so he won to be a member.
That was
cool.
From what I remember, yeah, that's exactly how it happened.
I rigged it. I wanted him. Nah, I didn't rig it, but I did want him to win. He still calls me to this day. So.
He's a good guy.
Yeah.
I like Steve.
Mm-hmm. Was at my wedding for the infamous Pro Wrestling Chronicle wedding show.
Oh, man.
I still have that on tape.
That was,
CD.
Yeah.
That was memorable.
All right, so this here.
I had to go dance with Kayla.
Yeah.
While you guys are still doing the show.
Still doing the show at the wedding.
Yep.
That was good times.
Yep.
There's a famous photo somewhere on Nunya's page or my page or John's page. I don't know. Nunya's just laying here and just staring at the stars, as you will, or something like that.
I've sat here and meditated before.
Sat here and meditated. He's meditating. Look at the beauty. It's just a simple park, ball field, trolley can all bring.
Yep.
That's a wrap from Bill and John, Charismatic Enigma, and Johnny Jiggs, whatever you'll have it. Special shout out to a few of the people that we said in the video: Nunya, Tone D, Stevel, the LRVs, Lewis Robertson, Station Square,
Nick Ciceri,
all the fun things that we're going to be talking about in future episodes.